You can be the individual who you're like, hey, I'm willing to leave my job. I'm willing to work hard. I just don't have all the finances. And basically, you just want to find someone, you just want to find your opposite, right? You want to find the yin to your yang, someone who's got the money, but doesn't want to run the day to day. And you're like, hey, let's work out a deal. Let's go to strategy number two, which is getting an operating partner or an investor, right? So, this is how you can build a successful business franchise without actually operating the day to day and without becoming a slave to the business. So, this is getting more and more common. We actually have people that have been reaching out to us who are very successful people, people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in their career. They're overall pretty happy, but they're like, "Hey, yeah, I'd like the idea of building up a side income," but they don't wanna run the day-to-day of the business because they either don't wanna leave their job or, they're in a position where, they can't leave their job. And so, in these instances, they're going, "Hey, do you have any, like, potential operating partners where, we can give them an equity a percentage equity in the business and have them run the day-to-day?" And so this is a way for you if you're someone who's going, okay, I really want to stagger into franchise ownership. I really like the idea of it. And this is a great strategy for, someone who's managed people before. Maybe you've managed professionals specifically before. You know how to hold weekly meetings, review KPIs. Like you have a pretty strong skill set overall in managing and leading. This could be a great opportunity. If you don't, could be a recipe for disaster because if you don't have the right leadership lid and leadership characteristics to lead someone who's your operating partner, and if they need some leadership, it could fall apart. So, but there's so many different ways to structure it, and really you can be on both sides of the equation. You can be the individual who you're like, hey, I'm willing to leave my job. I'm willing to work hard. I just don't have all the finances. And basically, you just want to find someone, you just want to find your opposite, right? You want to find the yin to your yang, someone who's got the money, but doesn't want to run the day to day. And you're like, hey, let's work out a deal. So, as an example, we had a client that he He bought a service-based franchise, and actually in his validation process, while he was validating with a franchisee across the country, a top performing franchisee, that top performing franchisee said, "I wanna partner with you." And that top performing franchisee in the system, put up 10% of the money and will have 10% of the ownership of, our client's, territory and franchise business. And now, our client who's never run a business like this before gets the benefit of partnering with a franchisee who's one of the top in the system. And so pretty cool collaboration overall. So that's strategy number two. You can be the person coming in as the operating partner, or you could be the person coming in as the investor. If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power, it's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.